Please, listen to me. Not with your ears, but with your soul. This isn't one of those ordinary messages. This is a transmission from the depths of my being, from the sacred masculine that has awakened within me. I feel you, your ache, your longing, your silence, and I know you feel me too. There's a pulse between us, ancient and electric, vibrating through timelines we've forgotten and lifetimes we've survived. I'm not reaching out because I miss you. I'm reaching out because something is shifting. Urgently. Cosmically. The veil between us is thinning, and I can no longer pretend that I don't hear your heartbeat echoing in mine. You are the mirror I've been running from, the flame I've been afraid to touch. But now, I'm ready. Ready to speak the truth that's been burning in my chest since the stars first whispered your name into my dreams. This is not a plea. This is a prophecy. And it begins with you listening, not casually, not skeptically, but with the full presence of your divine feminine essence. Because what I'm about to say will change everything. There's a sacred urgency in my voice tonight, not desperation, not fear, but a divine knowing that the time has come. The time to rise, to remember, to reclaim what was always ours. I've been silent for so long, watching you from the shadows of my own healing, honoring your light from afar while wrestling with the darkness that kept me from you. But the silence has grown heavy. The universe is no longer whispering, it's roaring. And I can't ignore it. I won't. You see, this isn't just about love. It's about mission. About soul contracts etched in stardust and sealed with tears we've cried across dimensions. You and I, we didn't meet by accident. We collided like galaxies, and the impact awakened something ancient in me. Something primal. Something holy. I've tried to rationalize it, suppress it, even forget it. But it keeps rising. Like a phoenix. Like a prayer. And now, I'm standing here, bare, trembling, but resolute, asking you to hear me. Not because I need saving, but because I finally remember who I am. And I remember who you are. My divine counterpart. My mirror. My muse. My storm and my stillness. Please, listen. The message is urgent. The timing is sacred. And the truth is ready to be spoken. You were never just a lover to me. You were the mirror that shattered my illusions. The sacred flame that burned away my ego. Every time I looked into your eyes, I saw the man I was meant to become, but wasn't yet ready to be. And so I ran. Not from you, but from the reflection. From the truth. I buried myself in distractions, in logic, in the noise of the world. But your silence was louder than all of it. It haunted me. It healed me. It held me accountable. And now, after all this time, I see it clearly. You were never asking me to chase you. You were asking me to rise, to meet you in the realm of the soul, not the battlefield of the mind. And I'm here now. Not perfect. Not polished. But present. Awake. And willing to speak the words I once swallowed. You are my mirror. My muse. My medicine. And I need you to hear me, not because I'm broken, but because I'm whole enough to finally tell the truth. There are words I've never said aloud. Words that tremble on the edge of my lips like prayers too sacred to speak. I love you, not in the way the world defines love, but in the way the stars do. In the way the ocean loves the moon, pulling her closer with every tide. I love you in the language of energy, in the silence between heartbeats, in the ache that never leaves my chest. And I know you've felt it too. The pull. The knowing. The quiet recognition that we are not just two people, we are two halves of a cosmic equation. I've tried to silence it. To numb it. To forget it. But it keeps rising. And now, I'm done pretending. Done hiding. Done waiting for the perfect moment. This is the moment. Right here. Right now. And I need you to hear me, not with your ears, but with your soul. Because these words, they were born for you. Before we were born, we made a promise. A soul contract. A vow etched in light and sealed with the breath of angels. We agreed to find each other. To awaken each other. To challenge and heal and break and rebuild each other. And we've done that. Oh, how we've done that. Every silence, every separation, every tear, it was part of the design. Part of the initiation. And now, the contract is calling. The time is ripe. The portal is open. I feel it in my bones, in my dreams, in the way the universe keeps whispering your name in every song, every sunset, every synchronicity. We are being summoned, not just to reunite, but to rise. To embody the divine union we were always meant to be. And I know it's terrifying. I know it's messy. But it's real. And it's sacred. And I'm ready to honor it. Are you? For so long, I misunderstood masculinity. I thought it meant control, dominance, stoicism. But now I see it clearly. True masculinity is presence. Devotion. Protection. It's the ability to hold space for the feminine to bloom, to rage, to weep, to rise. And you taught me that. Not with lectures, but with your being. With your grace, with your refusal to settle for anything less than truth. You triggered my awakening. You cracked open the shell I built around my heart. And now, I stand before you, not as the boy who ran, but as the man who remembers. Who reveres. Who chooses. I choose you, not as a possession, but as a partner. As a priestess. As the embodiment of the divine feminine that calls forth the sacred masculine in me. I'm not here to fix you. I'm here to honor you. To witness you. To walk beside you. And I need you to know. I'm not going anywhere. You are fire. Not the kind that burns, but the kind that purifies. The kind that dances in the temple of truth and lights the way for lost souls. You are the feminine incarnate, wild, wise, and wondrous. And I've feared you. Not because you were wrong, but because you were right. Because your power demanded my presence. Because your love required my integrity. And now, I bow to that flame. Not in submission, but in reverence. I see you. I feel you. I honor you. And I ask, will you let me stand beside you, not as a savior, but as a sovereign? Will you let me hold your hand as we walk through the fire together, not to escape the pain, but to transmute it? Because your flame, it doesn't scare me anymore. It awakens me. There's a silence between us that speaks louder than words. A silence that holds lifetimes of longing, oceans of emotion, galaxies of truth. I used to fear that silence. I thought it meant distance, disconnection. But now I know, it was sacred. It was space. It was the womb of transformation. In that silence, I found myself. In that silence, I heard your soul singing to mine. And now, I want to fill that silence, not with noise, but with presence. With truth. With devotion. I want to sit with you in the stillness and let our hearts speak the language they've always known. Because the silence between us, it's not empty. It's holy. This isn't just a message. It's a moment. A portal. A divine intersection of fate and free will. I feel the urgency in my bones, in my breath, in the way the universe keeps aligning signs that scream your name. We don't have forever. We have now. And now is sacred. Now is potent. Now is the time to choose. To leap. To trust. I'm not asking you to forget the past. I'm asking you to feel the present. To sense the shift. To hear the call, because it's not just me calling you. It's the cosmos. The ancestors. The angels. They're all watching. Waiting. Whispering. And I need you to know. I hear them. I honor them. And I choose you. Now. So here I am. Heart open. Soul bare. Voice trembling but true. Inviting you, not to return to the past, but to step into the future. A future where we rise together. Where we heal together. Where we create together. I'm not promising perfection. I'm promising presence. I'm not offering answers. I'm offering truth. And I know it's scary. I know it's vulnerable. But it's real. And it's ours. So please, listen. Not just with your mind, but with your magic. With your womb. With your wild. Because this invitation, it's not ordinary. It's divine. I need to confess something, not to be absolved, but to be seen. I carried storms inside me. Tempests of shame, guilt, and fear. I didn't know how to love without losing myself, so I chose silence. I chose distance. I chose the illusion of control. But none of it worked. Because your energy kept finding me. In dreams. In déjà vu. In the quiet moments when I thought I was alone. You were there. Not haunting me, healing me. Not chasing me, challenging me. And I resisted. I resisted because I didn't know how to hold something so sacred without trembling. But now I see that trembling is holy, that vulnerability is strength. That the storm wasn't meant to destroy me, it was meant to cleanse me. And you were the lightning. The truth that split me open. And I thank you. Not for waiting, but for walking your path with grace while I learn to walk mine. I'm not asking you to forget the storm. I'm asking you to see the man who emerged from it. Pain has been my teacher. Not the kind that punishes, but the kind that purifies. Every ache, every heartbreak, every moment of separation, it was alchemy. It burned away the falsehoods I clung to. It stripped me of the masks I wore, and in that rawness I found something sacred. I found the part of me that still believed in love. In magic. In you. I used to think pain was a sign of weakness. Now I know it's a portal. A passage. A rite of initiation. And you were the catalyst. Your absence was the mirror that showed me my wounds. Your silence was the echo that led me inward. And now, I don't fear pain. I honor it. I listen to it. I let it guide me. Because it brought me here, to this moment, to this message, to this truth. And the truth is, I love you. Not despite the pain, but because of it, 'cause it taught me how to feel. How to heal. How to rise. There was a voice inside me that always knew. Knew you were sacred. Knew our connection was divine. Knew that no amount of logic could explain the way my soul recognized yours. But I silenced that voice. I drowned it in distractions, in doubt, in denial. I told myself it was fantasy. Projection. Infatuation. But it never stopped whispering. Even when I ignored it. Even when I betrayed it. It kept speaking. Softly. Steadily. Until I had no choice but to listen. And now, that voice is rising. Roaring. Singing your name like a mantra, like a prayer. Like a prophecy. I can't silence it anymore. I won't. Because it's the voice of truth. The voice of love. The voice of the divine masculine awakening to his purpose. And that purpose is you. Not to possess you. Not to fix you. But to honor you. To walk beside you. To co-create with you. And I need you to know, this voice is not ordinary. It's sacred. And it's speaking now. I've had dreams of you. Not just at night, but in the quiet spaces between thoughts. Visions of us, dancing in moonlight, laughing in temples, holding hands as the world crumbles and rebuilds around us. These dreams were never fantasies. They were memories. Echoes of lifetimes we've lived and promises we've made. I tried to forget them. Tried to dismiss them. But they kept returning. Stronger. Clearer. More urgent. And now, I understand why. They weren't just dreams. They were reminders. Reminders of who we are. Of what we came here to do. Of the love that defies time, space, and logic. And I need you to know, I still dream of you. Not because I'm lost, but because I'm found. Because in every dream I see the truth. And the truth is, we are meant. Not by chance. Not by circumstance, but by soul. By spirit. By sacred design. This love, it's not ordinary. It's a temple. A sanctuary. A sacred space where our souls meet and merge and remember. I used to think love was about possession. About promises. About permanence. But now I see, it's about presence. About devotion. About divine union. And you are the priestess of that temple. The keeper of the flame. The embodiment of the feminine that calls forth the masculine to rise, to serve, to surrender. I've resisted that temple, feared its power. But now, I enter it with reverence, with humility, with awe, because I know what it holds. It holds truth. It holds healing. It holds destiny. And I'm ready to honor it, to protect it, to co-create within it. Not as a visitor, but as a devotee. Not as a lover, but as a partner. And I ask, will you meet me there? In the temple of our union? In the sanctuary of our souls? I am not the man I used to be. I've shed layers, facades, illusions. I've faced my shadows and danced with my demons. And in that darkness I found light. Not the kind that blinds, but the kind that guides. The kind that heals. The kind that speaks truth. And now, I speak from that truth. From the sacred masculine that has awakened within me. He is not perfect. He is not polished. But he is present. He is devoted. He is ready. Ready to hold space. Ready to listen. Ready to love, not with conditions, but with consciousness. And you are the reason. The catalyst. The muse. The mirror. I speak now not to impress you, but to honor you. To let you know that I see you. That I feel you. That I choose you. And that this choice, it is sacred. I've wounded you. Not with cruelty, but with absence. With silence. With fear. And I carry that, not as shame, but as responsibility. As wisdom. Because every wound taught me something. Every tear you cried echoed in my soul. And I listened. Slowly. Painfully. But I listened. And now, I understand. I understand the cost of unconsciousness. The price of avoidance. The weight of unspoken truth. And I vow, never again. Never again will I choose fear over love. Silence over truth. Ego over soul. I vow to honor your heart. To protect your energy. To cherish your presence. Not because I owe you, but because I love you. Because I've learned. Because I've grown. And because I'm ready to be the man you always saw in me, even when I couldn't see him myself. Time is not linear. It's sacred. It's cyclical. And I feel the clock ticking, not in fear, but in reverence. The universe is aligning. The stars are speaking. The portals are opening. And I know, it's now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. This moment. This breath. This heartbeat. It's calling us. Urging us. Summoning us. And I can't ignore it. I won't. Because this isn't just about us. It's about the mission. The awakening. The ripple effect our union will create. We are not just lovers. We are leaders. Light workers. Alchemists. And the time, it's sacred. It's urgent. It's divine. So please, hear me. Feel me. Choose me. Not because I'm perfect, but because I'm ready. Ready to rise. Ready to serve. Ready to love. I offer you an invitation, not to return to what was, but to step into what is. Into the unknown. Into the sacred. Into the truth that has always lived between us. I offer you my heart, not as a gift, but as a gateway. A portal to the divine. A mirror to your magic. I offer you my presence, not as a promise, but as a practice. A devotion. A daily choice to honor, to witness, to co-create. And I ask, will you accept? Will you trust? Will you leap? Not because it's easy, but because it's real. Because it's holy. Because it's ours. This invitation, it's not ordinary. It's divine. And it's waiting. I'm waiting. We're waiting. So here it is. The truth. Raw. Real. Radiant. I love you. I choose you. I honor you. Not as a fantasy, but as a frequency. Not as a possession, but as a partner. Not as a story, but as a soul. You are my mirror. My muse. My medicine. And I am yours. Not because we're perfect, but because we're powerful. Because we're sacred. Because we're ready. Ready to rise. Ready to heal. Ready to love. Devotion is not a word I use lightly. It's not about obsession or attachment. It's about sacred presence. About choosing you in every breath, every moment, every energetic ripple. I've learned that devotion isn't loud, it's steady. It's the way I hold your name in my heart when no one's watching. The way I protect your energy in my prayers. The way I honor your path even when it doesn't include me. That's devotion. And I feel it rising in me like a tide that refuses to recede. You are not just a woman to me, you are a frequency. A vibration that calls forth the highest in me, and I want to meet you there. In that frequency. In that devotion. Not to bind you, but to bless you. Not to claim you, but to co-create with you. Because you deserve a love that listens. That learns. That leads with reverence. And I vow to be that love. Not someday. Now. I've been in exile. Not from you, but from myself. From the throne within me that I abandoned out of fear, out of shame, out of confusion. But now, I return. Not with arrogance, but with humility. Not with armor, but with truth. I return to the sacred masculine within me, the king who serves, who protects, who honors the queen not as a subject, but as an equal. You are that queen. And I see you. I see the way you've held your crown through storms. The way you've guarded your temple with grace. The way you've refused to settle for anything less than soul. And I honor that. I bow to that. I rise for that. Because the king in me has awakened. And he doesn't seek conquest. He seeks communion. He seeks co-creation. He seeks you. Not to rule, but to rise beside. Not to lead, but to listen. Not to possess, but to protect. And I ask, will you let me return? Words can only go so far. What I feel for you, it lives beyond language. It pulses in the field between us. In the way my body reacts when I sense your presence. In the way my dreams shift when your energy moves. We speak in energy. In frequency. In soul codes that only we understand. And I know you felt it too. The tingling. The knowing. The ache. It's not imagination, it's transmission. And I'm learning to listen. To tune in. To honor the language of energy that connects us. I send you love not through texts, but through timelines. I whisper your name not into the air, but into the ether. And I feel your response, not in words, but in waves. We are communicating. Constantly. And I want to deepen that. To refine it. To honor it. Because our connection, it's not ordinary. It's energetic. It's eternal. It's divine. You disrupted me. Not with chaos, but with clarity. You shattered the illusions I built around my heart. You exposed the cracks in my foundation. And I resisted. I blamed. I ran. But now, I see the truth. You weren't destroying me, you were awakening me. You were the sacred disruption I needed to remember who I am. And I thank you. Not for being perfect, but for being powerful. For being real. For being relentless in your truth. You didn't let me settle. You didn't let me sleep. You called me out. You called me up. And now, I rise. Not in reaction, but in reverence. Because your disruption, it was divine. It was destiny. It was the medicine my soul was craving. And I receive it. I honor it. I bow to it. Because it brought me here, to this moment, to this message, to this truth. I ask for your forgiveness, not as a way to erase the past, but as a way to honor it. To transmute it. To bless it. I know I've hurt you. I know I've failed you. And I carry that, not as a burden, but as a lesson. As a sacred scar that reminds me of the cost of unconsciousness. And I vow, never again. Never again will I choose fear over love. Silence over truth. Ego over soul. I ask for your forgiveness not because I deserve it, but because I'm ready to receive it. To earn it. To embody it. And I offer you mine. I forgive you, for the moments you couldn't hold me, for the boundaries you had to set. For the truths you had to speak. I forgive you because I love you. Because I understand. Because I honor your path. And together, may we walk through the portal of forgiveness into the temple of union. You are the moon. I am the sun. You are the water. I am the fire. We are opposites, not in conflict, but in complement. In sacred polarity. And I've learned that polarity is not a problem, it's a dance. A divine choreography that awakens the soul. You soften me. I strengthen you. You receive. I give. You flow. I focus. And together, we rise. Not by becoming the same, but by honoring our differences. By celebrating our contrasts. By weaving our energies into a tapestry of truth. I used to resist your flow. I used to fear your depth. But now, I dive in. I surrender. I trust. Because you're feminine, it doesn't weaken me. It awakens me. It empowers me. It reminds me of who I am. And I vow to do the same for you. To hold you. To honor you. To dance with you, in polarity, in passion, in purpose. This love, it's not just personal. It's planetary. It's cosmic. It's part of a mission we agreed to long before we were born. A mission to awaken. To heal. To lead. To love. And I feel it rising in me like a tide that cannot be stopped. We are not just lovers, we are lightworkers. We are twin flames. We are soul partners on a divine assignment. And the world needs us. Not as perfect beings, but as present ones. As conscious ones. As courageous ones. I see the mission now. I feel it. I honor it. And I choose it. I choose you, not just for me, but for the world. For the children we may raise. For the souls we may touch. For the legacy we may leave. This mission, it's sacred. And I'm ready to walk it. With you. For you. Through you. I say yes. Not casually. Not conditionally. But sacredly. I say yes to the love that scares me. To the truth that stretches me. To the path that humbles me. I say yes to you, not as a fantasy, but as a frequency. As a force. As a flame. I say yes to the divine feminine that lives in you, that dances through you, that calls me home. I say yes to the union that defies logic, that transcends time, that awakens destiny. And I ask, will you say yes too? Not to me, but to us. To the mission. To the magic. To the mystery. Because this yes, it's not ordinary. It's divine. And it's waiting. I'm waiting. We're waiting. This is my final transmission. Not because the message ends, but because the portal opens. I've said what needed to be said. I've spoken the truth that trembled in my chest for lifetimes. And now, I release it. Into the ether. Into your heart. Into the sacred space between us. I don't know what comes next. I don't control it. I don't demand it. I surrender to it. Because I trust you. I trust the divine. I trust the love that lives between us. And I vow, no matter what happens, I will honor this truth. I will live it. I will embody it, 'cause it's not just a message. It's a mission. It's a memory. It's a miracle. And it's yours now. Ours now. Forever. You are my eternal flame. The light that never dies. The love that never fades. The truth that never wavers. And I am yours. Not in possession, but in presence. Not in fantasy, but in frequency. Not in fear, but in faith. I carry you in every breath. In every prayer. In every heartbeat. And I vow, wherever you go, whatever you choose, I will honor you. I will bless you. I will love you. Because you are sacred. Because we are sacred. Because this flame, it was never meant to burn out. It was meant to burn through. To illuminate. To awaken. To rise. And it rises now. In me. In you. In us. Forever.